Let's talk about making a ton of money from stocks and doing it Peter Lynch style. For those of you who are unaware of who Peter Lynch is, he was the fund manager of Magellan in the 80s and he made legendary performance. He wrote a book on it called One Up on Wall Street on the process he would use to find leads. So let's walk through the process today and see if we can find an amazing stock to invest in. I was just made aware of this whole Stanley water bottle trend where people had to have this super expensive water bottle here, indestructible, selling for almost 50 euro compared to just 10 euro here from similar looking water bottle from Timo. But as you can see, prices on these Stanley water bottles are absolutely through the roof, but everybody was buying it and it was trendy. And I saw some videos in TikTok format where like a woman would talk about her kid going to school and being bullied for not having this Stanley water bottle, so they had to get it. And this herd mentality really drove purchases of this specific product. Now, how does this tie into making money? Well, we've seen that companies that sell a lot of their product tend to grow revenue, which tends to perform into good results for the stock as well. We've seen many examples of this. For example, Lululemon, where people who worked at the store could sniff this out, and Peter Lynch was able to learn about this from the wife and daughter who really liked those clothes. I was able to find a similar example on BJ's Wholesale Group from a Redditor who commented on how he absolutely loved shopping in that store, and then I walked through the rest of the process, taking it from there. This is lead generation on finding great companies, and I always encourage you guys to comment below if you had an amazing experience with a product, a service, and then I will do research on it to see what company is behind, what's going on. So let's do this research. Just googling here what company makes Stanley water bottles, I found out it was made by Harvey. Here is the owner of this brand. So do we have a Harvey stock? Well, Harvey is a global privately owned company that connects people with ideas. So no indeed, Harvey does not have a stock. We can look at the website, indeed privately owned, and if we scroll down a little bit we can see here Stanley just being one of many companies that they have under management. So if indeed it was a stock, we will be able to look and see, alright, how big a portion of the total revenues is coming from Stanley specifically, and will this be enough to have an impact on stock price. It's like the Gillette example. When they made a terrible campaign on the razors, I looked at it, I saw, alright, this Gillette is owned by Procter & Gamble, and in this case it's just a tiny part of the total business. There's no need to buy a complex derivative instrument to try to gain from the company going down. Indeed, years after this campaign, it was the only product group which had negative revenue, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't make any difference at all. So that's just part of the research process. So quick call to action here. Keep on commenting if you have a product that you really love, that you tried, and that you see other people really like as well. That's the basis on stock research, doing it the Peter Lynch style, and it is potential there to make a ton of money. I really need that assistance because I don't read the news like at all. Just having these negative headlines that come from there, I think is detrimental to performance in investing, because there's a lot of scary headlines to get clicks, and those things can make you sell a stock prematurely and miss out on huge gains and not make rational decisions. So it's very important to curate the information diet that we have today. But that's not part of this video. This video was covering Stanley, covering the process of the lead, and making a call to action on commenting below about amazing products and services. That's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.